Let's talk about the 5 most exciting phones launching in coming months. While the list of upcoming phones is long, we are focusing on the ones that we are most excited to see, starting with the iPhone 14 range. So the most likely changes we expect to see are A16 chip that could be 15 to 20% faster than the previous generation. Now this may be good for some, but for most users it won't make a significant enhancement in their user experience because the current lineup of iPhone 13 and 13 Pros are already quite fast. And we expect a RAM upgrade to 6GB on non-Pro models and 8GB on Pro models. So this year's leaks points out on Pro models getting a significantly better front and rear camera sensors. While this is certainly going to be good news for new content creators wanting to enter the world of pro-level photography or videography, the difference in camera quality for an average user will not be as much compared to the existing iPhone 13 Pro models, which is already quite good enough for a casual user. Now this is something we've been wanting for a long time now, though it has not materialized in the past 3 models. I think it's time Apple adds a notchless display with a punch-hole camera, at least on the Pro models. With the rising cost of raw materials, display panels and chips by key suppliers, it is most likely that Apple would want to stick with the existing design of the iPhone 13 ranges with minor changes within the same chassis to keep the price hike as minimum as possible to not lose out on its budget-oriented customers. According to analysts, this year the iPhones may come with the new Wi-Fi 6E connectivity. This means faster wireless speeds at lower latencies than previous generation, though you will need a new router. In other words, Wi-Fi 6E is a more efficient and faster version of Wi-Fi, will be key in providing the high-speed wireless transmission necessary for smooth VR and AR experiences. Apart from the usual 6.1-inch iPhone 14, iPhone 14 Pro, and 6.7-inch iPhone 14 Pro Max, this year we may see a new 6.7-inch iPhone 14 Plus. This might be a new model as a replacement to the iPhone 13 mini with basic features. A lot of phones are now adopting a higher refresh rate displays, and it is now becoming more of a standard. We have these features on the Pro models, but I think now it's time we see the 120Hz refresh rate display on the non-Pro models as well. With the rise of inflation and price increase across global supply chain, Apple will probably pass on these costs to the customers on this year's iPhone release. So we can expect the phone to be added with at least $100 on the existing prices. The next in line is Google's 7 and 7 Pro. While there is not much interesting to talk about the 7 and 7 Pro models, Google has made an unusual decision of showing off its newer models long before its launch. The official image resembles the current models, and if you look at the pictures on Google Pixel's page, it appears we will see more of a one-tone finish with an aluminum camera block rather than a colorful one. We also know that the Pixel 7 will have 2 cameras and the Pixel 7 Pro will have 3 cameras, and that both phones will use Google's next generation Tensor chipset and Android 13. And we will find out the actual specs and features at the launch, possibly by October or even earlier. Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4. Now this is one phone that I personally have been anticipating more than the Galaxy S23. And we're probably going to see this phone at the launch on 10th of August this month. And it could be the best foldable phone yet, not just by Samsung, but by any other company. So the main improvement that we are looking for is a more lighter weight and a better dust and water resistant design than the current model, along with a bigger battery and a better under-display camera and a powerful Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 chipset. Now the Samsung Z Flip 4 won't be as exciting or as high-end as the Samsung Z Fold 4, but this would probably be a more affordable phone and most likely the most popular fold phone by Samsung yet because of its affordable price. Other than that, the phone is rumored to be pretty much the same as the Z Flip 3 at 6.7-inch main screen and a 1.9-inch cover display. There is also a possibility that the cover display might be a bit bigger this time, and the phone might also get a third rear camera and a bigger battery. It could be powerful too, potentially packing a Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 chipset with 8GB of RAM. And this phone is likely to launch in the coming days on 10th of August. That's it for today. Hope it gave you some insight on what to expect from the 5 most anticipated phones launching soon. If you like this video, please consider pressing the like button and subscribe for more weekly tech-related content. See you next week.